I got the off-brand. These are the Sharks. That's they called Sharks.
They are too. You got those from prison, dude. Show the cameras. Show the camera your fucking prison riot slippers
this
here.
paywall though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, these has a stick on them too. See?
Yeah, straight from Gen Pop is what that says.
Gen Pop. It's rugged Shark. See? It's legit.
So you have grip in the bathroom.
I'm faster when I run in these, and when I put them in fucking sports mode, bro. Wow. Now the gay thoughts can't catch me.
Welcome back to Systemanic, the podcast where topics are made up and the answers don't matter. I am Charles, and this is Rothchild. Hold the S, please. And the way this show works is we are just a couple of bros who happen to have a onesie that has an utter pocket full of topics. We're going to pick some topics at random. We have something like 24 topics in there. We're just going to see basically how far we can get in an hour. We're going to try to get to the bottom of these things.
I want the S on the side.
No, you want the S with the line through it.
2 lines.
Preferably vertical.
Here we go, baby.
Let me get this heifer in here. Oh, yeah, eye contact.
Eye contact and all.
Which is funny because the camera can't see it. It can only see it until like right here.
So it's not weird, man. It's only weird to make it weird.
You whispering about it is making it weird.
Okay.
Public schools are a psyop.
Public schools are a psyop.
I just put this in the other. I'm not even kidding. 7 minutes ago. So this is very fresh in the memory. This is going to be a fun one. You want to start?
I do.
Do.
It's not right.
The end.
No, I honestly, I think the entire program of schooling is a cookie cutter phase. Here's what you need to know. Here's what you've got to know. It does not give any allowance to independent thinking, questioning, or self-exploring critical thought. If I'm being told this is the way, period, that's it. My head's locked down. I am not going to challenge anything else because this is the way, period. It's going to confine all children. I mean, these are kids. They're not going to sit there and say, hey, yeah, no, that don't make sense. They're going to lock down and say, yeah, this is the way. I'm done. That's not how you want to raise intellect.
The fact that they're always trying to remove art and music classes away from, we were just talking about this off camera. The world feels soulless. And it starts, at least these days, in the public school system where they're just trying to eradicate every inch of creativity and individuality you might have. By like, they only have to take away art classes to remove most kids' ability to express themselves. Because most kids, honestly, they just go home and play video games. To be completely honest, like they don't go home and they don't create something to go home and consume another's creation. So they're leaving school with this intent of, or not even this intent, but they're leaving school this impression that like they can only ever consume because they don't know how to create. They're not being taught by their parents how to create because chances are their parents are working long fucking hours because they were also fed through the machine of public schools that leads you to a life of servitude, essentially.
Going to public school in general, in my opinion, is going to teach you how to be a worker. It's going to teach you how to fit in, become a cog. It is not going to teach you how to think. And when you're growing up and you have all these questions, or you supposedly have these questions, you want to learn how to articulate these questions. You want to learn how to seek these answers. You want to learn how to do research on different topics that school didn't teach you.
Oh my God. Or even like what questions to ask.
That is, yes. Why?
And ask why until you can ask why no longer, and then you've hit one of the absurd walls. But I mean, literacy rates are dropping, and we're still told that it's good to go into public school systems.
Yeah, because that's how they're going to get you programmed to do what they want you to do.
So
they.
We're the they. I literally just getting ready to get to the they. There's a they for every group. Whenever you hear someone say, "Oh, that's what they want you to think," the they that they may be referring to will be different depending on the context that the story is involving. Here, the theys, at least at the outset, were the Prussians, not the Russians, but the Prussians with the P, before the Soviet Union, back in the, we'll say 1700s, for instance, when the Freemasons were codified in the U.S. I don't know if codified is the right word, but they were officialized in the U.S. And It was in the same year, 1717, that the Prussian public school system was adopted at a large scale in the US. So I'm not saying that the Freemasons and the Prussians worked together to get into the colonies, the British colonies that were vital to resource and trade routes. And they knew that, oh, maybe somewhere down the future in some generations, there may be an opportunity, excuse me, for some kind of insurgency. So maybe if we get in there in 1717 and we just start teaching these colonies our way of thinking, then in 3 or so generations, we'll have a revolution. And it's more or less exactly what happened. I'm not saying the revolution was caused by foreign interference, because foreign interference absolutely does not happen in our elections. No foreign interference here, no funny business.
Keep voting, it works.
It's another psyop. But
I love it.
Public school just started out as a psyop, is what I'm saying. And it started out the same year the Freemasons officially were recognized as a group.
You were reading a book, and this is how we explored the concept, was how Benjamin Franklin walked from New York to Philadelphia for a job interview.
Yeah.
The propaganda, the idolization, the how great we are, doesn't make sense through history. If you're going to spoon feed me this bowl of propaganda to feel like, I'm proud to be an American, I'm proud to be whatever, so on and so forth, then that should come with a side of, hey, we have a chance of survival. People that go into school come out in debt, lost, confused, usually bullied, beaten, dragged through the ringer as children. What benefit does the public school system offer children other than a piece of paper saying, hey, you could go to a college and maybe get a job, maybe pay off your debt?
Well, you could become trauma bonded to other 15-year-olds.
And usually that ends up in a very bad situation. When two 15-year-olds become trauma bonded and they start thinking of things that aren't good, it's usually a bad sign. But we're allowing that.
We're creating it, not even allowing it. We're fucking expediting it. Like, we're creating these emotions. I mean, there's studies upon study out there, especially with teenage girls, showing that social media is the single biggest factor to like suicidal tendencies in that demographic. And you have to imagine that competition is being even more amplified in the school setting, especially when you hear the accounts from the teachers who are just saying these kids are completely unruly and the parents are doing fucking nothing about it. Un momento.
Festa, yay!
So it's like, you don't even, no, it doesn't give you anything. It doesn't, there are no classes on emotional regulation. There are no classes on social regulation. There are no classes on social media literacy or media literacy at all, or emotional literacy. No. You go there and you learn how to do basic math, and it's only just now starting to catch on that these kids are supposed to be taking. Man, I worded that weird. It's only just now starting to become popular that like a budgeting class is a requisite, like it's required in order to graduate high school. Whether or not people are actually going to learn from that, I don't know. Because I know, like, when I was in high school, they had a like life budgeting class, like a home economics, which is what it used to be. We just don't have that anymore.
No, you can shop.
But and here's the thing too, home economics was great because it taught you how to balance a home. Well, then the women's movement came around, one of them, and they started going to work. So then home economics went out the door because now you just have two incomes coming into a house. There's no time to actually take care of the house. And so you end up in this situation where...
Man, that's actually a really good point. Because when no parents are home, who's watching the kids? The public school system. To train those kids to do whatever they want to do. And then us as parents, we get to say, oh, they're fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. The school's taking care of them.
Yeah, well, so here's the thing that people don't talk about often enough. There must have been a wave of women entering the workforce around the time that the public school systems were establishing themselves in the U.S. There must have been. Otherwise, what were they doing? They were sitting at home taking care of the kids. And now these towns are popping up and there's little workshops here and there. You're talking like the 1700s or so at this point. So you have like a town square with a blacksmith and a butcher and, a merchant and all these things. And you have to imagine that these women probably entered that workforce somewhere, or they went and became like a farmhand or something somewhere else. I don't know. That's a little off topic, but
No, it's still a part of the same agenda, the same plan. It definitely is, because now once you made surviving too expensive, you're gonna need two incomes. You need two incomes to survive.
and now we need to go to school. But no one ever talks about why we need to go to school, except for, here's the thing. Especially like the newer moms, say like the ones that have kids in daycare like under 4 years old. They actually have to pay for daycare. They're not old enough for like public school yet. They kind of tell you, they're like, this is way too expensive. I can't wait for them to go to school. So like we're conditioned, the adults, the parents are conditioned to want the kids to go to school for financial reasons, if nothing else. From the fucking ground up, public schools is a luxury.
Having a kid is now a luxury.
Indeed.
And you can't afford that luxury anymore.
They want it that way.
They do.
Camera 3, I'm looking at you.
Red camera thing over there, I'm looking at you.
Camera uno.
Yeah. But that's the problem. It's becoming such a luxury to do anything. We barely survive. Forget about living. We're not living. We aren't fucking surviving at this point. So now, if I have kids, I'm looking forward to my kid to go to school. Thank God, now I get to work with my wife. We have two incomes, because I can't afford my bills. But hey, minimum wage hasn't gone up in a long time.
But at least minimum wage hasn't gone up. Some things must stay the same.
They always stay
just like the song. The song remains the same.
I love Bon Jovi.
Is that Bon Jovi?
No, that's fucking Zeppelin.
I was like, like, what? That must be the New Jersey in you. Really just wishing.
Alaskan.
Wow. Just bitter. Just bitter. One thing public school did give me is some good times. Like I had a decently large group of friends, and I imagine even like, God, like how much of a goofball do you have to be to have like zero friends in high school? Like I know those kids exist, and it's really sad, but like to have zero friends, not even like one kid who resonates with you on some level.
I would think at that point you try not to have friends.
It's kind of my point, right? Like it's like intentional incel.
Self-inflicted incel.
Self-incel.
It's sad. It really is sad, because I feel bad for these kids that go to these schools. School shootings are going up. Violence is going up. The teachers aren't helping. Principals aren't helping.
Oh, hey, but let's arm the teachers.
Huh?
Let's arm the teachers.
Why would you do that?
Why not? They have arms. They can go poo-poo the same as anyone.
Why would that make sense?
It's America, baby. They have two arms, and they can go poo-poo just like anyone else.
I think everybody should have a gun. Everybody. I think if you don't go out with a gun nowadays, especially nowadays, it's pretty dumb. And especially when kids are coming to school with guns, hurting other kids and teachers alike, I feel there should be somebody armed in that facility to protect. But that's not good.
Yeah, I brought my gun to homeschool once. Teacher threatened me with a paddle. How do you solve that though? Because like
the homeschooling teacher paddle, the awkward kiss, like what that came next.
It's only awkward if you make it awkward. But if you go and you try to solve it with homeschool, most people can't even do math. Most people shouldn't be allowed to drive, for being completely honest. And now they think that these same people are competent enough to homeschool their fucking kids.
I got an answer. Baby, we're in the age of AI. I'm going to sit my boy in front of that TV, computer screen, and I'm going to give him a whole equation right there. Listen to the robot. They know what they're doing. While I go and fuck off. That's parenting now.
See, here's the thing. There are parts of that I'm not opposed to.
I'm opposed to it.
There are parts of that I'm not opposed to, only in the right context and all that, with some with an educated and knowledgeable parent in the mix.
Yeah.
So there has to be that. But I'm really not opposed to something like an AI tutor for the basics of math, because we all have to know that 2 + 2 = 4. We all have to know that 2 × 2 still equals 4, and we have to know why. And we have to know the basic structure of grammar. AI can teach us that kind of thing. I wouldn't trust AI to teach us philosophy, for instance. I wouldn't trust AI to guide us in this conversation, for instance.
No.
So the more like canonical academic things, yeah, if you can write it down on a piece of paper and figure it out with a definitive answer at the end of the equation, let AI maybe like tutor your kid on how to do that. And then because everything else is like parasocial, psychological, physiological, everything else should probably be taught by you, the parent, and the community around you.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons that I think parents, and I'm not a parent, so I'm really kind of potentially grasping. If I'm wrong, you are a parent, so you're more than welcome to correct me. But it seems like there's a lack of community. They used to say it would take a village to raise a child,
100%.
And now there just is no village.
100%. People are so isolated. People are scared of leaving their house. People are scared of interacting with people. I think it happened, honestly, dude, in 2019 to 2020 is when it happened the worst, but during the vid times.
I was just talking about that with the wife last night, actually.
That is when it got so bad. And the sad part is, it was a catastrophe. Yes, COVID was bad, whole 9 yards, whatever you want to call it. It's a flu, whatever. The problem was, it
sucked, whatever it was.
It amplified so hard to the point that people were afraid of leaving their house, afraid to interact with people. People became so socially awkward that they can't even communicate with other people. I mean, where I work, there are people that act like children because they cannot resolve conflict with words. It's one of those things that people do not know how to emotionally convey information. If I'm hurt, I'm going to look at you and say, "You really hurt my feelings, bro," instead of "fuck you" and run away. It's not going to solve anything.
No, people just forgot how to. You know what, though? I was about to say people forgot how to solve things. I don't know that people ever really knew how to solve things. When I was a young lad, I grew up in a small town in southern Alaska, and there was just a bunch of farmers who just their conflict resolution was picking a fight with you, and then if they lost, they'd pick a fight with you again, and then eventually they just stopped coming around. But they never really became friends with you or anything like that. Their conflict resolution eventually became avoidance, and when you lock the, and I think that's like most people's conflict resolution approach, because you're kind of taught to like, oh, well, if you're being picked on in school, sort encompassing public schools here, but like you're getting bullied at school, well, avoid them. Walk on the other side of the hallway. Go tell a teacher. Get someone else involved. Don't stick up for yourself. No. Let an adult take care of it. Well, eventually, these fucking kids are going to be the adults in the room, and now they are. And it's been like this for generations. It's just like COVID really exploited the human ability to be manipulated and to manipulate.
Oh, yeah.
But we're primed to be manipulated.
Well, that's our job.
Our job is 8 till 3 every day.
We have no ability to think outside the box. We were all told to do what we need to do, not what we want to do. And now that we're coming into this new generation of computers and AI and self-awareness and cars driving past again, all these things, it's becoming more and more of a problem. Where I'm from, northern Alaska, is that a little lizard?
Not here in Alaska.
Special guest pterodactyl. Where'd he go?
He's right there.
See, where I'm from in northern Alaska, it's weird. You make eye contact, it's considered a threat. Walk your head down.
It's because it's a polar bear you're making eye contact with.
They are bears.
And he's been hunting you for 72 miles.
Bears and otters.
Oh, my.
But people no longer have that ability to communicate what's bothering them. People are too self-important. They think it's about them versus about the other. If I tell you to go fuck yourself, you get mad at me, I shouldn't be hurt. I insulted you. Why am I upset?
I would say that part of what, at least how like schools relate to that selfish, that myopic sort of outlook in life is like, there's not an emphasis on the me. There's an emphasis on like the things I need to know, but how do I apply it to life? There's a small emphasis on history, which if you learn more about history, you will absolutely become more empathetic because you're going to realize that whatever we're going through, they've already gone through. Every generation has its end of the world crisis. This is ours. And now we're the adults in the room, like I said. And we have a public education fucking background. Most of us do. And then you're just like, what do I do with this? I'll tell you what, I have gotten smarter in the last maybe 5 or 6 years than I had throughout my entire grade school, middle school, high school, college days.
Me too.
100%. And it was because I started going down rabbit holes that was interesting to me.
I think the average person, when they have a question, they want to find out why. Social media, to your point, has diminished the search of why in distractions. The public school system has diminished the purpose of why with absolution. There's no longer a why. We're not taught why. We're taught absolution. When we're given the answer to everything, whether it be real or fake, we don't question it. That's a psyop. The minute I look at you and say, hey, why is the sky blue? I know the answer. You know the answer. Do they know the answer?
I want to tell them right now. The sky is blue every day because every day they have to throw over a mask over the earth so they can rebuild the night sky. It's different stars you look at every single night. That's why they move over that much every night. They go down, they repaint it. Right there.
See? And we're doing our service to educate our team, educate our friends.
No, it is like kind of wild though. When you look up at a blue sky, that's the same sky as the night sky you're looking at. You just can't see on the other side of it. It's fucked. I don't know. Like something about that kind of like something about that's just kind of heavy, man. I don't know. Like
this fucked up my entire day now.
Well, and the thing is, like this is a question that would be, and here's another thing. This is a question that would have been laughed out of a public school setting as like, oh, it's a stoner question. Oh, what are you high, bud? It's like, I mean, yeah, but also like,
it doesn't mean anything.
Like, is that not a fucking weird thing that we just have the same sky above us as we do at night as we do during the day, but it looks like that? Like, I know it's light refracting off of the gases in the atmosphere or whatever, but is it? That's all I'm saying. Like, I know it is, but is it?
And that's what makes you different. Right there, you have proven the point. We ask why.
So, that's why I said, when I started that rant, I was like, I have something here.
But it works. That proves the point. We don't take absolution. The minute you take absolution, you are now considered, in my opinion, a dumbass. You should never accept one way. Never. Challenge everything. All the time. Question everything. Look into things. Understand the entirety, not a part of it. The public school system fucked us.
Jaeger's getting to you.
Not yet. We need more of that, actually. I get passionate. I feel bad for the kids.
So there is like some social aspect that kids get. It has to be a social benefit because they're around kids, but they're in a, but maybe it's not like a net benefit out at the outright anyway, because they're around kids who are also being conditioned. They're being conditioned, by the way, to take a 10-minute break at 9 a.m. and a 30-minute lunch at 11:30, another 10-minute break at 1:45, which is, I'm willing to bet if you're on first shift, probably roughly the same times you eat and take your breaks every day at lunch or every day at work. That shit is ingrained early. Or you think you're slick?
You salud, paisano. Hablan que se dice. Salud.
I'm a grown man. This is for frat boys. And people with fucking tribal tattoos.
Who has those?
Go away.